Hey guys, what up, what up? We're back with another video. Today, we are talking about what is a man? What does it take to be a man? Now, I dropped an Instagram reel about this. It was a short clip, but I want to dive more into this on long form content. And just straight up and down, straight personal, straight to the point. Men are built, straight up. Men are built. You have to be made into a man. You don't just get to write a passage and just say, oh, because I'm 18 or because, I'm 25 now I'm a man. That's not how it works. You can be a 16-year-old man, or you could be a 40-year-old boy when it comes down to it. Back in World War II, there were 15, 16, 17-year-olds leading grown men into battle. You get what I'm saying? So we can't base age off of manhood. And here's why. The Bible, the Word of God, there's a verse that says, be strong and show yourself a man. And I believe it was King Solomon's father, David, who had instructed him with this. But be strong and show yourself a man. That is about intentionality. That is about setting a course. That is about making a decision. That is about working towards something. That's an action verb. To be, to show yourself. These involve actions that have to take place. In Corinthians, Paul also tells us that when he was a child, he spoke as a child, he thought like a child, he behaved like a child. And I'm paraphrasing, go back and read it. But when he became a man, he put away childish things. Again, action verb, intentionality, making a conscious effort to put away childish ways, to put away boyish ways, and step into the fire and the furnace of manhood. Not dodging responsibility, not dodging accountability, not dodging discipline, but open chest, head up, walking boldly into manhood and taking authority over the things that God has set out for you to do. Because God has a work for you to do, my brother. God has a great work for you to do, my brother. A great work. And all he needs is one man. He needs one man. One man can change a whole city, can change a whole nation. One man. But if you're too busy, caught up in being a boy, life's going to pass you by. Opportunities are going to pass you by. And you're going to look up and be 40 or 50 and wonder why you're still behaving like a 15 or 16-year-old. Your body is 40 or 50, but you have the mind of a 16-year-old. There comes a time where you have to put away the foolishness. There comes a time where you have to make a conscious effort and decision to say, I am no longer going to behave like a child, but I am going to be strong and show myself a man. I'm going to step into manhood. And I believe this is only truly possible by first honoring God, by first making a decision in your heart that you will fear God. Because it says in the Word of God that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You need wisdom for any type of leadership role, whether you're leading your family, leading a career. You need wisdom to know how to solve problems. And the reason that you need wisdom is that wisdom is based off of a lot of times experiences. You go through something, you learn, you get better. You go through something, you bump your head, you learn, you get better. But how can you know about something or know what to do in a situation that you've never been in before? That is where wisdom from God comes into play, because God can allow wisdom to enter into your heart for something that you've never actually experienced or done before in your life, but you know how to solve the problem because God has inserted those things into your heart. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you guys to humble yourself, acknowledge God, and begin to fear the Lord, because that is the beginning of wisdom. That is the beginning of becoming a man, right? Acknowledging God, asking him for direction, for guidance, for for leadership capabilities, for the right mindset and judgment. I could go in and list what I think you should do to be a man, you know, being responsible, all these type of things. I could list all that, but to be honest, God will instruct you the best. He will lead you down the right path of becoming a man when you acknowledge him, when you make a decision to say, I'm going to put away being a boy. I'm going to put away, you know, not really trying to have a relationship with God because I don't do all that, and that's for the women, and I don't understand it. When you become a man, you acknowledge God because God will lead you. He will show you how to be a man. That's how you become a man. You acknowledge him, you fear him, you ask him for wisdom, guidance, discretion, sound judgment, and you will become a man. You ask him for boldness and courage and strength, and you will become a man. Every single day, you will make a decision to be a better man when you follow God. So I challenge you, I charge you this day to put away boyish behavior and step into manhood. This has been your boy, Beneem Francis. I'll get back at y'all in the next video.